Alright, so it's finally out, guys. Waven is here. Yesterday I played it, and it was fun. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. I can't complain. I think it's really fun. I like when Magna puts out quality games. But this is only day one, so I can't really say too much. But I can go over a little bit of things that I feel about the game. The first thing I gotta give my credit to is the diversity in class. Like, okay, so obviously in the beginning when you're trying to pick your character or your class for your character, they do have 5 different builds of that character to choose from to kind of diversify, like, I guess, strategies and gameplay. Obviously, okay, that's pretty cool, right? But check it out, it's only 5 classes, and that's pretty ass. Like, it's not even the best classes out here. Like, anyway, I appreciate, like I said, the different types of classes. And even though there are only 5, in the beginning, in the trailer, right before the action that you can't skip, they actually show a hint of something that I believe would be, maybe they're going to be introducing more classes. Because in the beginning, when the guy kind of does his Kingdom Hearts stuff, he falls into the water, he's going down into the water. A couple of the gods come and help him, and obviously one of the gods' hands have a chain on it. And obviously, if you play Cross Maga, you know that the freaking person with the chain, it's the sack. Okay, the sack is that's a sack hand right there. That's the goddess of that class, extending her hand to him. So I believe that they're gonna be trying to be inclusive with more classes and put them together. And in the beginning, when you're training, you get trained by a sack as well. He's a sack. I believe that guy's a sack. I don't even know if he has a specified class. I never really watched the anime. But that's another thing. It's really focused on Wakfu. I'm starting to understand that they kind of had to run with Wakfu. Like, Dofus was cool, but they were like, hey, this Wakfu shit, we can stretch this the fuck out. And that's what I feel like they've been doing for the most part. And kind of just letting the classic Dofus community be happy with a couple updates here and that, because I thought we were gonna get Unity, but hey, Waven works too, right? Okay, so another thing that I don't want to shit too much on it, right? Another thing that I like, right, was the 3D aspect. It was very pleasing on the eyes, very pleasing. And I like that, because it has the same feel of like Wakfu, but a little bit more rendered, right? A little bit more like sculpty. Like, you kind of, like, I don't know, it just looks a little bit more better than Wakfu. However, Waven doesn't really feel like a open world game. Now, I'm not sure if that's what the description is or if that's what they were going for, but it kind of just feels like you're going from platform to platform to platform. And even though like Dofus Retro is kind of like that, you go from the page to page to page because it's like 2D, it still kind of feels like you're going somewhere, because it's not these loading scenes, because they have the loading scene straight from like Tactical Wars, and you load up into this next like square of a map that you run around to the next square, and so it doesn't really feel like an open world. And besides like I guess you would call that the waiting room, or like the world where you run around and talk to people, is there's no fighting there, so it doesn't feel like anything is connected. Like, I can just roam anywhere. I have to kind of, when I start this quest, I'm staying here until it's finished. I appreciate what the company does. Like, they try to make different games, like One More Gate. Like, damn, I still gotta hop on that shit, right? But it's such a different type of game. I see what they're going for, and I like that. Ankama kind of makes their game centered around that, of like this competitive of the wits kind of thing. And that's what I like about Waven. I think the gameplay is really cool. As far as me, I chose the X-Lore. They have different like combinations of spells that go along with each other, that react off of certain things that you do in the game. And I feel like they're always on top of that type of aspect when it comes to their games. They're always killing it as far as like making a strategy game. Another thing that's kind of like it's not a big deal, but it's kind of a big deal. I was playing with my brother last night, you feel me? We was doing our little group, and you know what I'm saying, fucking shit up, right? But the thing is like once we were grouped up and we were in the exact same place, like we're communicating via, you know, telephone and shit, and we're like, yo, are you by the freaking head woman, the big head green lady? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't see him. And it's like, all right, this is like an incarnate thing where we're in the same place but different like sub servers or some shit like that. Like, you know, that I feel like that was kind of annoying. The only time we actually got to interact with each other, I guess, see our physical characters, was when in battle. So I thought that was kind of lame, but you know, we are only in the first part of the game. I don't know if we advance that will change, because you know, like you know, Incarnum was just like that, so maybe as we go further that will change. I hope so, but hey, if it doesn't, whatever. And speaking of that, the freaking lady who sings, I like that. I see what they're trying to do, you know. Like Fortnite, you know, live music, you know, that's just really nice that they have that in there. So yeah, live music, great idea. I love it. It hits. So let's talk about that Game Pass though. I'm not mad at the Game Pass. I have mixed feelings about the Game Pass. It's like a you know, because at the end of the day, like, they need to obviously, I guess, recoup off of making this game. You know, they spent some time making it and everything like that. Even though, you know, this is not what the community been asked for. The community has been asked for Dofus Unity. But again, like I said, they need to recoup and, you know, get bread back. One thing I will say is I like the Game Pass idea, right? It's great. It's a great idea. I think incorporate it with an Ancoma game, I think it's very great. What I don't fuck with is that they haven't set it up to where basically to get this Game Pass you have to spend money. And I think that that's kind of like fucked up. I think that, you know, the Dofus community is so loyal to this game and its franchise and its counterparts that I feel like waxing them for each Game Pass, like let's say this Game Pass lasts like a month or two and you just throw one back on and then you just want to keep on collecting like a $15, like, cause that's how much it is. It's like a $15 and an $8 one. So you're just gonna keep waxing them every month, kind of like a Lord's Mobile. You're gonna max them. Like, that's kind of crazy. That's like a real cash grab situation that I feel like is not really cool to do to people who are loyal, you know, Dofus players. Like, you know, I feel like they should kind of incorporate the Fortnite thing, you know, where you can buy one Game Pass, and if you're really active, like playing every day, you should be able to gain enough, you know, gems or specific things that you will be able to get another Game Pass as you play, you know, to continue to wax people for 15. You know, I'm gonna be like spending 150 freaking dollars or more, probably 200 close to, every time that I want to get some cool, you know, cosmetics or some more spells or something like that, you know. So I, you know, that's just a thing on my mind and everything like that. The spell system, I like it, you know. It's kind of random, so you get random spells as you level up, so nothing is ever for sure. You know, a character can be kind of, you know, really different as far as like the spells that they obtain and everything like that and what they focus on. So I guess they're doing a great job for people not to like exploit like crazy, you know, builds or stuff, even though that's gonna happen. That's notoriously always happen in any Dofus community, is that they come in and they freaking find a fucking glitch, and they, not even a glitch, it's just this is how it is, and they just like make it OP, where it's like doing that downright kick in Mortal Kombat. So, you know, it is what it is. But this has just been day one. Check back tomorrow for day two. We're gonna try to keep this up and keep it going, man. All right, guys, I'm out of here.